Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have already sketched my little girl that I'm gonna paint, and I'm using gouache paint as you've seen here off to the right. It is a mixture of white with brown with a little bit of pink. I completely love using gouache for skin more than watercolor because I love the look of it when it's dry. It looks very opaque. It has that nice feel to it. I can't really describe it. There's a cartoon out there that has that type of feel to it that gouache gives, and I really love the way gouache tend to turn out. So I am using my Winsor & Newton paint set, which you see off to the side here. It is my usual, I think 24 set piece I got years ago, and my water's off to the side. And this particular brush I'm using is one of my all-time favorite brushes to use when it comes to painting details. They said always get like this tiny brush, and I was really glad when I found this brush. I think, if I can remember clearly, no, it is not Billy's brush. It's another type of brush that I just found in the store, in my local art store, and it's good for painting details. And this brush is my Daler brush. You've seen me use this brush before. I use it all the time, and it works perfectly. I bought five set of Daler brushes for I think £11 or £10 or something like that, and it's still going, and I have really worked with it. I've really used it. I haven't taken care of any of my brushes, and they're all still standing. And of course, I am not using gouache for any other area of the painting except for the skin tone. So what you see here is watercolor that I'm mixing, and I've decided to mix her hair a little bit of brown, actually a little bit of dark brown, and I completely love her outfit. I think I went online and looked at little girl's outfit for Ladybug's outfit, but I didn't really see this one come up, so I decided to invent one. I'm sure it exists somewhere. I'm sure this dress exists somewhere out in the world, because right about now there's no dress on the face of the planet that hasn't been created. So I decided to go with the Ladybug theme, to just make it a little bit of a Ladybug dresses. I completely love seeing little kids in their cute dresses. Oh my gosh, their little cute dresses. And yeah, so yeah, it matches her bug that's hovering above her finger. Yeah, and there you see me adding a lot of details to the edge of the dress using this tiny brush. And I also use it to add details to the little black spots that make up her Ladybug dress. So I have been painting every week now, and I ran out of ideas to paint, and I'm like, I don't really know what to paint. I need a better sketchbook. I start to make up all sort of excuses, and I'm like, you know what, let me just go and paint. And the sketch that I did, I actually really like it so much, I end up doing another little girl similar to this one for another video. And I'm like, look at that. If I had not painted when I didn't feel like it, I would never have discovered this character. So I just decided, you know what, no more excuses. I'm going to just use the type of paper I have and use my usual watercolor and just get in the habit of good practice painting and stuff. So this character, she's very innocent. She's very cute. She's unlike Little Miss Grumpy, who is, as her name states, grumpy. This particular character, I will say that she is adventurous, she's curious, and of course she has a ladybug in her hand. She want to know what it is. She want to know where it came from. She has an expression on her face that's like, ooh. She has a, ooh, look what I found type of look on her face. It always amazes me when little children, they find these tiny things. So basically, if you like when I when if you ever had a little kid in your home, like you clean your entire home and they come and they found like a little speck of dust. It's like out of every single thing in the house that you could find, you find a little teeny speck of dust that not even a vacuum cleaner could pick up, you know? But I do take the dust from them, and I was like, thank you so much for helping me find this dust that I was not looking for. And generally when I say that to the kid, they look so pleased. They're bumped off really happy. And they might find a couple more dust in around the house or their play area and bring and give me again. It always intrigues me the way that they think. So I remember an incident that happened. Not incident, something happened. A very funny story that happened between me and a little girl. She likes ladybug a lot. And she finds them. It's just, how do they love bugs? It's so cute. Ladybugs. And how do they find these little ladybugs in the garden? I mean, they must have really great eyesight, but she finds it anyway. And you know, it's just like this whole adventure. And I wonder if I was to put this little ladybug and little Miss Grumpy in a book together, I wonder how they'll get on. Like, would little Miss Grumpy, of course, always be grumpy, wants her way? I don't think little Miss Grumpy will like bugs, like this little lady here. She likes bugs. She's not afraid of insects. I think there is this thing that says girls are afraid of bugs. I'm not afraid of bugs at all. And what type of adventure will they go on? I love thinking of these things. And what type of family did they come from? Did she come from? It's always fun to put like characters in a story. I don't like to just draw them like that because when it comes to talking about them, I have nothing to talk about. But it's always really fun to put them like in a story setting or in something that happened. So I will say for this one, what happened was, okay, her mom obviously knows that she likes ladybugs and dresses her in ladybugs clothes. But she's also a kid, so she goes outside in her, socks in the mud. She doesn't really care about mud. She has ladybugs. Maybe she thinks she's gonna rescue them. Maybe she thinks she's gonna take them inside when her mom or parents like, no bugs allowed in the house, but she's still gonna do it anyway because they're bugs. Maybe she sees bugs like people who have feelings and a right to a good home, a safe place where they're not crushed or trampled on underfoot by other kids who might be playing in the playground. And maybe when she picked up the ladybug, she didn't realize that they can fly. Actually, I didn't know ladybugs can fly. Yeah. So at the moment, the reason why I'm doing these with my sketches, trying to put them in a larger context other than the sketchbook and just my imagination, is because I'm actually reading something that is just so interesting about characters and their backstories. And I'm building up different characters with different types of backstories and histories. And this book that I'm reading is really helping me to do that in a really strong way. And sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I can relate to this. This is how actually real life people are. They're exactly the way this book is like. They do things that they don't mean, and they show you faces when they actually mean something completely different. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to rate, comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!